Yo, what up, bro? What's going on? What's going on? Pretty good, man. You ready for this interview?
I think I'm ready.
It's your first one ever?
Yeah, it's my first one.
All right, man.
First
You got to
one.
get that first interview out of the way sometime, so let's get it. All right. So, starting off with the first question, man. Everybody wants to know about your name. So, how did you come up with the name 217TJ, and what's the significance behind it?
It's nothing crazy. I mean, I'm from the 217, that's what we call it. And everybody knows me as TJ, so I just put the two together. But I guess if I would say anything significant about it, it's that I left them together because that kind of represents, where I'm from, always being connected to me. So.
Okay. To someone who has never heard your type of music before, how would you describe the type of music you create?
In my humble opinion, I would say it's like a mixture between like vintage hip hop with like a more modern twist to it. I love like boom boppy type beats, but it's I try to keep things modern though.
Yeah, I definitely can hear the old school vibe in your music
sure,
and stuff,
for sure.
especially with all the lyrics and stuff, man. You definitely are killing it with that. So everyone has their own workflow or creative process. What does your creative process look like?
The funny thing about it, man, is it consists of probably like 90% of the time me not getting anything. It's like, and that's one thing I've always learned about it. It's like, most writers complain about having writer's block. But what I learned is that if you have it at one point, you'll always have it. It just has to come back around. So for me, 90% of the time, I'm in a creative mode, like I'm listening to instrumentals and I'm trying to get something, but 90% of the time I probably don't get anything. But when that 10% comes around, I just try to like lock in and just take advantage of it, and maximize it.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. So who are some of the artists that kind of influence your style or influence your music?
Several, man. I'll name just a few because I've honestly probably taken creative influence from any artist that I've heard that who's made a song that I've liked, and that's probably hundreds. But I'll say some of the main ones probably are J. Cole, just his approach to music. He's one of the smoothest rappers I've ever heard, and just his ability to storytell. Kendrick Lamar for sure, Kanye, his creative approach. One that people don't mention a lot, but who's definitely influenced me is Lupe Fiasco.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his ability to like make music surrounding, he can make a song surrounding one word, and I admire that, and that's something I try to incorporate into.
Yeah, man, I definitely could see a little bit of those flavors in with your music, man. It's definitely love it. So, do you have any hardships or challenges as an artist that you still deal with, and what are those that you're trying to overcome?
Yeah, I think one of them, and it's probably a good problem to have, honestly, but I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my work. So a lot of times in the past, that's held me back a lot because I would make projects and then find like nitpick and find little things that I didn't like, and by the time I was finished nitpicking, I didn't like the project at all. So it's like I'm not putting it out. So I had to kind of tone it down a little bit, but that's something I'll have to work on. And then also feeling like, this kind of goes hand in hand with that, but my budget not being where my level of creativity is, So I have all these ideas that I want to do, but it's like, that's just kind of not in the budget right now, so I have to scale back.
Oh yeah, definitely. You always gotta start small and then
you gotta
grow fast, man. That's a game plan right there. So since starting this journey as an artist, what has been the biggest hardship that you've had to overcome?
Myself, honestly. I mean, majority, I've always been told, like, 98% of anything is mental, and I feel like that's what I've had to overcome. Because a lot of people don't know, I've been rapping since I've been like 12 years old.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm basically having like my debut projects and records being put out now at 25.
Yeah,
I'm 25,
now,
right. So it's been, like half of my life, literally half of my life that I've been working on, music and rapping, but it just took me up to this point because I was overcoming self. I had to grow. I had a lot of things to overcome, within myself. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, flowers always gotta bloom sometime, man.
Absolutely.
So what do you enjoy most about being a musician, and what do you hate most about being a musician?
That's a good question. I would say what I enjoy most is that it's like a space where I can really open up, Naturally, I'm introverted. People who get around me know that. I'm not a big talker, but when it comes to music, man, that's something that I'm like really comfortable being open in.
Yep.
Like, I can just express myself and my thoughts really easily, and it's honestly, it's therapeutic as well. So
yeah.
That's what I really enjoy about it. I don't know if I necessarily say it's anything I hate about it, but I guess kind of feeling like, you know, because the industry kind of feels a little bit oversaturated at times.
Yep.
So I'm like, you know, does it really matter? Like, are people really listening, checking for my music? But it's like, you know, everybody has a story to tell, so whether it impacts one person or a million, it doesn't matter.
Okay. So if you could change one thing about the industry, what would it be?
There's so many things, honestly, but I would say the main thing is just that, you know, I don't like that there's people who can be like superstars, and this I feel like this is especially true in rap, who can be like superstar rappers, but who have no passion for rap. Like this, like the only industry where you can literally like get a label behind you, and they hire writers and people who help you perform and things like that, and you can become a superstar without actually having a passion for it. So if I can change anything, I would say that there's more of a system that like puts people in position who truly, genuinely are passionate about it.
Yeah, finding that unique kind of style instead of that cookie cutter style. I definitely can see that in your music, man. So
appreciate it.
Yeah, keep at it. So we know this year was a big year for you. You dropped your first music video and you're about to drop an EP. So what's the most memorable moment so far for you?
I would probably say the music video, just because that was like you know, a hurdle for me to overcome. It seems like something small now, but it's like that was the first. I was a little nervous about it being my first music video. Didn't know how it would go, but obviously,
I could definitely tell from when we shot it. I mean, you could definitely tell. I mean, even just right now, you seem way more natural, way easier. I can't wait like more.
And you made that easier too, because like you you laid it out like it was. Everything was organized. I knew exactly what I needed to do, so that helps. I feel, because I didn't know it would be like that. So.
Awesome, man. Well, that's good to hear. I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, no problem.
So, you ready to get into some family questions, some personal questions, man? Let's do it. So, where are you originally from? I think we already talked about the 217 a little bit, but how have your surroundings kind of shaped you in a creative sense, and in what ways?
Yeah, so I'm from a city within the 217 called Danville, Illinois. It's a pretty small town. That's where like majority of my family is. I was born and raised there. And yeah, I mean, I would definitely say it shaped me as far as my music. More so just my upbringing, like, you know, being raised in like a Christian home, having a big family, that definitely shaped, you know, the way that I made my music, and you know, just based on the standards that I was raised with, honestly.
Okay. Now you say you have a big family. How many kids in the family?
Like siblings?
Yeah.
Every time somebody asks me, I have to count. It's always
one of those, man.
It seems like the number just keeps going up, but it's like I think it's 14, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out, but I think it's 14 of us. But yeah, big family, man. But it's a mixed family, obviously. So like, you know, step siblings on both sides. But yeah.
So what was growing up in like a huge family like that like?
It was lit, man. I liked it because it's like. When I think back on it, a lot of my memories were with my siblings. Like I didn't have a bunch of friends. I had a few friends. Most of my friends were people who I played basketball with. But me and my siblings, we did everything together. Like when I went down to the parks, you know, I was over my dad's house. All my brothers, we go down to the park or whatever. And so yeah, my siblings were like my friends. We didn't like each other all the time, but those are my friends though.
All right, man. So with that, who would you say is kind of your biggest fan right now?
Oh man. I could be politically correct and just say my whole family. I'll probably say my mom, man, just because, you know, my mom she always supports me in whatever I do. So I got to give it to my mom.
Awesome. So let's get into a little bit more personal of a question, only because I know we're gonna get it. But who are you dating right now? You dating anybody?
No, man, I'm single. Big single.
Okay. Yeah. So how does navigating like the single dating scene kind of influence you as an artist? It's kind of change like the lyrics that you write about? How does that affect your music?
No, man, I don't know if that necessarily shapes the lyrics that I write. I just, but I definitely like to speak on that, you know. I feel like there's such a misconception, especially in like hip hop culture when it comes to dating. Like that's not necessarily a topic of interest.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but you talk a little bit about the dating scene, about love life, all that kind of stuff in your new song Soul Tie.
Yeah.
So you want to mention a little bit about that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I talk about it. So my single Soul Tie, we I mean that just talks about like. Obviously, it's such a big conversation around dating nowadays. You hear, different talks on like podcasts and such, and it just seems like such a divide. So I feel like this song was just kind of bringing things together and kind of giving people a bigger picture and different perspective about.
Oh yeah,
like,
definitely. Yeah, the song's deep, man. If you really listen to the lyrics,
exactly.
So I dig it.
Appreciate it.
So you want to get into a little bit of business side of this and kind of teach some of the up and comers what you got going on, how you kind of popping things off recently. So do you have any mentors in the industry, or managers, or artists, or anybody that you kind of look up to or get advice from along the way?
Not in the flesh. I mean, it's not like somebody personally who I would say is mentoring me, but I definitely, I'm a student, man. I love learning, so I'm constantly looking. For things that I can learn from. I know one of the people who I follow online who's very educated on like the industry, who I've learned a ton from, is Wendy Day.
Okay.
And she's very prevalent in has been very prevalent in the music industry, and she has great teaching points, so I recommend following her. She has a page on Instagram called Rap Coalition.
Okay.
And so I just follow pages like that, man, that I feel like give me. But any information is helpful for me. I'm a student.
Okay, hell yeah, man. Awesome. So over your career, what is the best advice you've been given?
Best advice? Probably just to not stop creating. You know, that my story matters when it comes to music. Because again, like I mentioned earlier, that's part of what held me back, was just feeling like, my story doesn't matter. But best advice I've gotten is just keep creating. Your story matters, and it'll always come back around. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I know you're an independent artist. You're not signed to any labels, and don't have anybody cuffing you up yet. So as an independent artist, how are you currently making money?
Well, listen, I'm not. I'm not one to speak. I'm gonna be honest here. I haven't made any money from my music.
Okay.
But the way I look at it is, I'm in like I'm in the investment stage. You know what I mean? So I'm just. I'm putting things into my music in order to be able to get something out of it eventually.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you got to put in the time first, man. Yep. So other than time, what investments have you made as an artist to get to the next level?
Yeah. I would say the biggest one is just like investing in quality. I could have taken it on and kind of done things on my own, but I'm such a detail-oriented person that like quality is important to me. So I make sure, like when it comes to recording, I go to the professional producers and professional engineers to get my work done, professional videographers like yourself. Because quality is everything, man. It doesn't matter how good you are, how talented you are at something. If you don't have good quality, it doesn't stick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's really what I've been investing in most is good quality.
Yeah, I can really tell that through like the past few songs and everything that I've checked out, some of your YouTube content even. But yeah, man, you definitely have the quality where it needs to be. So yeah, man, I definitely like that. So as an independent artist, how do you market yourself?
A lot of it. This is probably an area that I could do better in because. It's like one of those situations where I know what to do, but I haven't necessarily done it. And part of it is just being present on social media. You know what I mean? Which I haven't been as much, but I'll get there. And me personally, I love doing things like people who do music reviews. I love submitting my music into those, letting people hear it. You have obviously people who have platforms, and a bunch of people are hearing it. So yeah, things like that.
Okay. Awesome, man. So with that being said, so do you kind of have a day job or anything right now to help support this career? Yeah,
definitely. I'm at FedEx during the day.
Okay.
I drive for FedEx during the day. So shout out
Hell
FedEx.
Yeah, man. I love my FedEx, dude. So how does your day job actually affect your career as an artist, or do you not let it affect you?
I would say the biggest effect is that I know I don't want to be there long term. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not a job person.
Yeah.
So it's I look at it as motivation, but it's also cool that I drive, you know, trucks during the day because I just listen to my music all day. It's kind of like my own little office. So I play my music, you know, well, not music, I play instrumentals 9 times out of 10, you know, listen to my audios, whatever. So yeah, it's just a space where I can really kind of kill 2 birds in one stone.
Okay. So what is one message that you would want to give to your fans if you could tell them anything in the world?
Yeah, I would say that support, you know, anybody who supports me, I appreciate it. You know I haven't put out a bunch yet, but I have a lot coming. I've been working, so just stay on the lookout. I have a bunch coming.
Okay. So yeah, definitely stay on the lookout for TJ. He's a ton of music coming out soon. Yeah. So you got the new music video, music promo coming out. You want to talk about a little bit about this music promo that you just filmed?
Yeah, man. So it's for my single Soul Tie. It's a great song. And we just, it's an amazing, I can't wait for people to see this video, man. It's really dope. And this is gonna be kind of the, you know, the rollout, man. I'm for the EP dropping. But yeah, it's a dope song, so I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. So, so what's next for 217 TJ?
Again, just really the EP, man. That's what I'm focused on. My goal in 2023 is to put out like a music video every other month. You know what I mean? I really want to lock in with that because I feel like that's what my audience likes, is when, you know, I not only put out songs, but when I put out music videos with it. And I love the creative side of it too, like just being able to come up with video concepts. I realize it's really fun. So my goal is to put out more videos and to put out an EP.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, I definitely think I could definitely see you putting out a lot more content because you're getting to be pretty much a natural on camera. And yeah, man. So I definitely am seeing the progress even since I met you like 6 months ago or something like that. And yeah, so you're definitely killing it in the game. So you got to keep up what you're doing, and just keep the hustle up, man. I definitely see you in this industry in the future, whether you're writing for other artists or you're writing for yourself. But yeah, man, I definitely see the progress, and yeah, man, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So, man, you got any plugs or anything you want to shout out to the fans?
I mean, just shout out to the 217, man, my hometown, Danville, all my family, my friends out there. And yeah, I mean, shout out BuzzLabs, man. That's what's making it happen.
We're here for you. Well, yeah, man, I definitely appreciate you coming by today, spending a little bit of time on camera with us, answering a bunch of questions, letting us get to know you, your business, your personal life. So I definitely appreciate it, man. So we'll definitely have you by again sometime.
Definitely.
And definitely
appreciate it,
bro.